So the last area that I just want to cover is Conversation Analyzer. So as a brief recap on Conversation Analyzer, that this slide and the next slide should just a summary for those of you who know what it is, but basically it is this powerful analytics solution that's available within the our contact center platform, and it is a key element of that, and it's going to enable you to unlock these actionable insights by listening to all the customer conversations, and it's contextualizing those conversations because of your Salesforce CRM data. But where this is different in this release, and this is the bit that gets me excited, is not only is it being good in English, we are now introducing multiple languages beyond English, and we're also able to introduce focus category profiles. So now we can categorize calls based on maybe sales type rules or service type rules. But on the next slide, what we can see, just for those of you who may not come across it before, as a brief reminder, what we're trying to do and why should you care about this, that obviously regardless of the English bit, but now across additional languages, we're hoping to improve more sales, provide better service. We're listening to up to 100% of calls, and we're being effective and efficient in that coaching and training, reducing that random call monitoring cost, and we're trying to improve that customer experience. But ultimately, what's new with this one is we're doing it with more insights and in multiple languages. So what we can see then on the next one is, so what we're introducing with that is, with the languages, you can see that we're introducing French, German, Danish, Dutch and Swedish, and that's on top of the native versions of English, which was British, American and Australian. We can do category profiles, so it's no longer one set of categories for all calls, but as I said, you may have an inbound service type category analysis you want to do, or an outbound sales category analysis that you might want to do. And as part of an extension of the GDPR, the call recording list has been enhanced that will let you delete the calls behind those call events and the associated recordings within that. So if you go to the next slide, please, then what we can see is, in terms of how we set the language and the profile, excuse me, the languages can be set at an account level. So you might just be, a French business and everything's happening in French, it doesn't matter. Or it might be at the line level. So you might have an inbound French line, an inbound German line, and an inbound English line. But you can also then set them, these languages and the profile, so what category you're going to do, in the line. So basically within the IVR, you can say, I want to speak French, I want to speak German, I want to speak English, whatever, and the call will be categorized and analyzed that way. Similarly, for outbound calls, you can set it at the account level. So you're all speaking Danish, for example, or it can be set at the line level. So outbound French sales calls, outbound Dutch sales calls, outbound English sales calls. And again, those are set at the line level for the analyzing of the categories. And last slide from me is basically just a quick a screenshot of looking at the delete recordings, and this call recordings page should look familiar to most of you, and this will let you delete call recordings, but it is set behind permissions. The default is that nobody can delete these, and now you can delete these yourselves and the transcript behind it.